Cheney, Des Bryant,
I love
and
them.
we'll talk about that. But first, I want to talk about what happened during the course of the week with Fred Jackson. We all of a sudden we get this report from TMZ and Curtis Crabtree of the Seahawks that Fred Jackson ran into a stop sign outside the VMAC, and he was going at a high rate of speed, and there was talk of him and Marshawn were drag racing each other, which, by the way, that street looks awesome for drag racing. And I think it's the perfect place. But that they debunked that rumor and said, no, there was never any racing. Jackson just had his Corvette, didn't gauge his speed right for this turn, ran a stop sign. First of all, I've been to the VMAC a million times. I've seen players drive in and out of there for years. Drivers of all sorts, cars of all sorts. Never once has there ever been an issue there. So, smart money tells you something was going on. Not a big deal. I don't really care. But the Seahawks fans that think that their precious little Seahawks can do no wrong, that they're never doing anything bad, and that he just had bald tires on it. Bullshit if he had bald tires on his Corvette. Are you kidding me, man?
No
He
way.
wanted to hammer that sucker and roll out of there. And maybe Marshawn was in his big ass, what does he have, a Camaro? He's got some sort of new age muscle car. I'm not saying they were racing, but come on, man. Something was going on.
I love it, man. I love it. You know, that's... Maybe it's just me, but I find this entertaining. That's the whole... It's different. This isn't DUI or anything like that, or any type... But this is just a dude who just felt the need to race, man. I mean, that's
Sometimes you gotta feed some speed to your ride.
Sometimes you gotta race. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta play. I've been to the VMAC a few times, and especially when you're when you're coming out there and you go over those little train tracks and you hang that quick little ride onto Seahawk Way as you come out to the freeway. Yeah, I mean, you can if you got a vehicle that's got enough speed and got enough stick to the road. I mean, you can literally you can hug that turn.
You
know what I mean? I don't know, man.
Like
I like it, man.
He was okay. Nobody got hurt. Thank goodness. But.
And the picture was priceless. I mean, the picture was like, it was
priceless. Like bang on top of the car.
You know,
So you got Derek Coleman the week before with an auto issue. How about this? Maybe these guys need to retake their driver's tests or something. Maybe our Seahawks are great football players and terrible drivers.
Hey, I'm a terrible driver.
I mean, no, you're just really slow. You're not terrible at all. You haven't gotten us in an accident.
That's true. You know, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because he's not the first person
to say. He goes the speed limit.
I do too.
Like straight up and down on the speed limit.
I do too.
What?
Man,
are you guys? What do you? Come
on, man. You gotta stay alive.
You know what's kind of funny is the old lady.
You don't toast without drinking. What are you doing?
I'm out of beer, man.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't toast.
You don't go the 5 above at least.
No, I mean, when I'm mashed on the freeway, I'll go like 80. But what's kind of funny is like when we're sitting.
His car's never seen 80.
I
guarantee.
All right, okay, that's 70. So anyway, when we're on city streets and you don't know where the police are. The last thing you want to do is just get all out of pocket.
Yeah, but if you're going straight up and down the speed limit, the police think that you're high because you're trying to be too perfect. You're just drawing attention to yourself. Nobody drives the speed limit. Always go above.
I go between 5, 7, whatever, but I stay close.
You can call me.
The thing is, the one thing that leads to accidents, whether it be other cars or stop signs, we're talking about Fred Jackson, is the ability to slow down.
Yeah, you're right.
Stop.
I'm not saying be irresponsible about it. I'm just saying hurry your ass up.
No, but what happens is that you give yourself an opportunity to get out of the way of some other jackass.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'll tell you what.
Being a jackass.
After nearly being killed in a car accident earlier this year.
Oh, that's right.
I don't. You know what? You can call me Grandpa, and I'll smile at you and be like, you know what? I'm legal. I don't care. They can. I really don't care.
Yeah, and that's my deal. I was in a bad accident back in 2002 as well out on I-5. So
maybe if you fuckers were driving faster, you wouldn't have been in those accidents. I don't know.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Or if somebody did like abruptly just stop right in front of me, I wouldn't have plowed into the back of that Honda and rolled over.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, you're still a better driver than our Seahawks.
Some jackass 3 cars in front of the person that I hit came over real quick, and it just a chain reaction. I was going like 60, 65, 70, and got him.
It's interesting that every week we have some sort of intermittent topic about a player off the field or something going on,
Right.
a holdout, an injury, a car accident, and this week is no different. So heading into Dallas, the Jerry's World Arena, the cathedral that it is, the Hawks have a chance to do what Dallas did to them last year. What was it, Julius? The backup running back that caught the 21-yard, the third,
Randall.
Julius Randle, the third and 21. Ugh. And then DeMarco Murray, who hadn't done really much all game, pounded it away in the fourth quarter, and they got that
we
victory.
owe them.
Yeah, we do.
That's what I look at the loss against the Carolina Panthers as that Dallas loss of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you kicked one last year, okay, now you won
It's a
7 at home.
good way to look at it, yeah.
As I was saying before, when they were 0-2, I said, man, I see them at 8-2. Now I see them at, going to win 7 at home because they kicked that one last year against Dallas and kicked one this year. So they owe Dallas, I guess is what I'm trying to get at for last year, and I'm hoping they go down and, as you talked about earlier, man, win that game, because the thing is, the math is still there when you talk about division games, when we talk about the home games that are left to be played. The math is still there for the Seahawks to be right in contention in this thing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, listen, the Rams I don't think are going to be in the hunt. They're going to get slapped, and that's the team you lost to. So all you got to do is beat the Cardinals, who, they took a beating from the Steelers, but they still looked like they were dominant during parts of that game. So they're going to be tough. That's going to be a tough match. Those are the two games I'm looking forward to, like we used to look forward to the 49ers games.
So it's fine, man. You've checked a couple games this season. Cincinnati, Carolina, okay, fine. That's behind you now. You took care of business against the 49ers. Now you go down to Dallas, and you got, without Tony Romo, without Des Bryant, you got a team that's led by Matt Castle, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? This is another opportunity where you can gain some more traction, gain some more movement, some more momentum. The schedule is going to allow you to do that now. You're in the soft portion of the mid part of your season.
Did you say Matt Castle?
Yeah.
Brandon Whedon.
No, it's now Matt Castle. They signed him.
They signed him, but he's not going to be starting.
He's starting. Brandon Whedon's terrible. Brandon Whedon's terrible. They benched Brandon Whedon for Matt Castle.
Yeah, I've been hearing that back and forth like a ping pong ball. I didn't know where that bad boy was going to land.
Yeah.
So he was released by Buffalo. He was picked up by Dallas, and Brandon Whedon. Gotta love Brandon Whedon. He's 0 for the century as a starting quarterback, and they went to Matt Castle. And it looks like Matt Castle is going to be the starting quarterback until Tony Romo gets back.
So, Matt Castle, who dressed up like Troy Aikman for Halloween as a kid, is now going to start for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. This is not a game where this is not a game where I can conceivably think that the Dallas Cowboys realistically they're not going to be able to move the ball against this defense, and I don't care how much Skip Bayless wants to lotto over these Dallas Cowboys. Trust me, this is not a game where they're even going to be. This is not a realistic game where they're going to compete.
I felt better with Brandon Whedon at quarterback, but Matt Castle doesn't scare me.
No, he shouldn't.
Brandon Whedon shouldn't scare you.
No, that's what I mean.
Tony Romo doesn't fucking scare you, quite frankly.
Tony Romo is a good regular season quarterback.
But he's not a scary quarterback. You're talking about being scared here.
Yeah.
He's scared me, man, playing against the Seattle Seahawks.
If Romo were playing this game, I probably would think a little bit different.
Yeah, only because...
I would too, but I wouldn't be scared. He got him use the word scared. That's all I'm saying.
Well, based on what the Seahawks defense has showed us in the fourth quarter save yesterday, a lot can scare me until I get proven otherwise.
Right, that's the whole thing. They're in a show me state, and that's the whole thing. Is Tony Romo, with the way this team has been playing up to this point in the season,
guys just getting ready for a Halloween party.
Tony Romo kind of does scare me if he was playing. But Matt Castle, Brandon Whedon, please, man.
They don't have a run game like they did. I mean, this isn't the Dallas Cowboys that everybody in Texas was thinking was going to compete to get to the Super Bowl. I never thought they were going to do that anyway, but they're a lot less armored up than they were to start the season. So it's prime for the picking, man.
Yeah,
prime for the picking.
No,
what do the Hawks have to do first and foremost? What's the number one priority for the Hawks in this game against Dallas?
Start fast, and get some offense going early. I really believe. I like what they did last night of getting the offense going early, scoring a touchdown right off the bat. That's what I think the Seahawks really need to get back to. And then the other thing is the communication, of course, in the defense, in the secondary. Hopefully that's sewn up, and
Yeah.
this is not really I would rather have, funny thing about it, Tony Romo to test that out.
Right.
You
right.
know, at
Get a
this
little
point.
bit better test. I
Right.
agree. Steve, what do you think? What do you think?
Marshawn Lynch.
Just
Marshawn
pound
Lynch.
it.
I think, use the same blueprint that you did against the 49ers. You talk about starting early. That was a quintessential first drive. And it just seemed like they were able to move the ball at will.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, the passing game was aided for the fact that they were able to move, to control the point of impact and move Marshawn Lynch. I mean, they got down the field in a hurry,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all because of the tempo of the running game. Do the exact same thing. Stick to your bread and butter. Don't change a thing.
They got to score touchdowns in the red zone. They just have
That's
to.
the thing.
That's
That's what I was saying. Scoring touchdowns early, man, instead of these field goals.
That's-
no, get some touchdowns up.
To me, that's the key. The Cowboys' defense. I don't think that they're like anything to be scared about.
Right.
I think ESPN's FPI, their little football power index ranks them like 16th. They're
Yeah.
middle of the road. Nothing special.
I mean, I'm just looking at their roster right now. I don't feel.
But no, I think Sean Lee's out too. Their stud linebacker. I think he's
Well,
out.
you mean the one that Golden Tate knocked the crap out of a few seasons ago? It was Sean Lee on that block. Remember that? When he decleated Sean Lee.